Pop, the big pop boy.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to the Big Pop Boy, where in today's video I am going to be going through a list of cards that you need to start grading like while they're still available. Not only that, I'm going to be pointing out a lot of cards that are really bad future investments at the moment, and I'll be also going through all the reasons why. So let's get straight down to it, guys. Let's get straight down to business. First thing I want to talk about is everybody is grading Charizard V, Shiny Charizard V, Charizard V Max, Pikachu V Max, Pikachu V, Pikachu V Full Art. All these cards are all getting graded like absolute mental right now. So what does that mean for the future? Well, what makes a card valuable is rarity. Rarity, and there not being many of that card. Like, take for example Shadowless Charizard. The reason why Shadowless first edition Charizard is such a super expensive card, anybody know the answer? Because there's not many of them, okay? There's not many of them because when we were all kids and we were getting our Pokemon cards, we were throwing them at each other and we were peeing on them and we were putting them in our pockets and we were folding them up into little smaller cards and doing all sorts of silly things. I'm pretty sure I seen a kid when I was younger picking his nose with a Pokemon card. Like, all these crazy things happened, okay? So, for that reason and that reason alone, old WOTC cards are super rare, okay? Like, given a base set Charizard is not super rare, but a PSA 10 or a Beckett 10, Black Label baby, super duper rare, okay? There's not many of them out there, and for that reason they're going up in price. And at the moment you have absolute so much hype going on right now and people paying crazy money for new cards. Like, just an example, okay? Charizard VMAX from Darkness Ablaze was at, or sorry, did I say Darkness Ablaze? Sorry. The Rainbow, should I say, Charizard VMAX from Champions Path was at one stage, you could buy that card raw at its highest point for €1,200. €1,200 for one Charizard that's in a new set was absolutely mental, okay? Now you can buy that card raw for in around 250 to the 450 range, depending on entering perfect conditions, so on and so forth, you know? So it's taken a massive drop. And even for PSA 10s, which were selling for a couple of thousand at one stage, you can now get a PSA 10 of this card for a few hundred. The reason why is because, if I'm not mistaken, there's around 5,000 PSA 10s, and that's just PSA 10s. That's not taking into account CGC, Beckett, what's that new one that's after popping up? Get graded or something like that. I can't remember. It's a weird one. Apparently it's average. There's PCA. There's so many different grading companies out there. So there's 5,000 PSA 10 alone of the Rainbow Charizard VMAX. That means for me, it's not a really rare PSA 10 card because there's so many of them floating around, and that's just now. Think of how many cards are sent to PSA and haven't had a chance to be graded yet because people didn't express them through. They've been just going the regular way about it. So that's going to be another few thousand cards that it's not going to be super popular. So I want to really get down to a few cards that I think are going to end up really, really popular, okay? One that stands out to me right now, and you can still get them quite cheap. Like, you can pick up the Charizard in this set for in around, I think, like 70, €80 for fairly good condition, okay? That would be like pretty near mint for 70, €80, and that's the level X cards, guys. If you haven't seen level X cards, you're going to start seeing them now on the screen. So I'm going to name out a few that I think will be good to be graded and that will be able to bring you good profit in the future because they're not being printed anymore. So that's a great thing. That means what's out there is out there. So many of them have been played with and used and damaged and dinted before this whole grading pandemic started. That's right, pandemic. That's what I'm calling it, a grading pandemic, because everybody's grading every single chase card like it's going out of fashion. So Charizard level X, guys, well worth getting. Absolute beauty of a card. There's also the Gengar level X, which I think Gengar is a great Pokemon. He's got a great following. So many people just collect Gengar. Well worth getting the level X Gengar graded. Lucario level X, another absolutely amazing card. Okay, that's right. You've got Rayquaza level X, another beautiful card. Or if you're posh, you might say Rayquaza. But whatever, you know the one, the big sky dragon dude, lives in the ionosphere, big green dragony type tingy majiggy miyoki mabobber. Kind of looks like the dragon out of Dragon Ball Z, and he's a Pokemon. Wonder if that's a coincidence or purposely done. But anyway, we're not here to talk about Dragon Ball Z and Pokemon references to Dragon Ball Z, is it? Maybe? I don't know. But anyway, great cards, okay? And there's so many other level X cards that I haven't even named out. That was just to name a few of my personal favorites that I think are going to be really expensive down the line. They're already starting to go up in price, and they will continue to rise and rise and rise, whereas a lot of recent cards are going to start dropping in price as opposed to going up due to the fact that there's too many of them. I've probably said that once or twice already. But another one is the black and white Boundaries Cross Charizard. I think it's such a beautiful card. Really underlooked. You could probably get that in near mint condition for in around €40, guys. €40 for a Charizard that's over 10 years old. Like, come on. That's a no-brainer right there. That's a seriously good move. Also, if you guys haven't seen the promo Pikachu level X card, it's all shiny and glittery. It'll be on the screen now. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's a card that is so undervalued. You are going to spend about €60–70 for a average one. You're not going to get near mint for under €100 of this card, but it's well worth buying for that price and then getting it graded, because having the PSA 10 of that card, let's say there's 25 or 30 of them at the moment, there's not that many, so there's not that many PSA 10s. Therefore, down the line, when real collectors are still collecting and the people who are just in it for the pure money of it are going to be knocked out of the game. Because the cards that they all have, there's too many of them, so they're all dropping their price, battling with each other to sell them as fast as they can. Crazy, right? I know. So, that Pikachu is just mwah. Another great Pikachu, guys, is the XY95 promo. That is absolutely gorgeous, okay? You've also got XY124, great promo. These cards are the ones that you want to have graded, because I'm telling you, they're going to go up. Or one of my favorite promos is promo 25, Pikachu again, from WOTC promo 25. Black Star, absolutely beautiful little baby Pikachu. Gorgeous, hiding in the bushes, great card, beautiful. One that I really like, and I think a lot of other people like it. So they're the kind of cards that I would be more pointing to. Now, just to throw out another couple of them that I've wrote down that I personally like, and I don't think there's many PSA 10s of them at the moment. That would be SM234, guys, great card. SM162, another great Pikachu. SM76, SM108, SM109, and SM157. All great Pikachu cards that are well worth grading, and in 5 years time I really think they will bring you more profit than the Pikachu VMAX that you might be able to get graded right now and end up with a 10, but you've got one and like 8,000 or 9,000 other people have one, so it's not really so rare, right? Other great cards to go get graded, and they're pretty old, guys, is the CD promos, okay? I don't know if everyone remembers CD promos, but they're primarily Japanese cards, but they're well worth getting graded. You've got Blastoise, you've got Venusaur, you've got Charizard, you've got a Snorlax CD promo card. They're all absolutely brilliant cards. You've also got your Game Boy promos, guys, where you can get, like, there's a beautiful Venusaur, there's a beautiful Dragonite, there's a beautiful Meowth. What else have we got in the Game Boy Pro? There's a beautiful Eevee card that is really underpriced at the moment. You could probably pick that Eevee up for in around €20, which is absolutely freaking crazy for a card that's so old. A promo that only came out with Game Boy games. Like, it's just, wow. It's a great card and it's well worth grading. Also, guys, band cards. Band cards are definitely worth going and getting graded for yourself. Like, you've got the old Sabrina card, you've got that spiritual card that has the swastika on it that people weren't too happy about. Great card. We have Moo Moo Milk, another great card. Why was it banned? Because it looks like somebody sucking on a nipple, which they were, because it's a Moo Moo nipple, right? But it was banned anyway. You've got lots of Jinx cards that were banned. You've the Grimer that's looking up the dress. You've Misty's, what was it? Misty's Resolve, Misty's Determination. I can't remember. It's the one where Misty's holding a Starmie and she's like buck naked. Yeah, apparently that wasn't okay for children. I don't see why, but that's what they said. Japanese have no shame when it comes to things like this, and I think that's fantastic. I really, really do. But my wife might see it a different way. I don't know. And as well as that, guys, another thing that's well worth getting graded for yourself is off-center cards. A friend of mine showed me an amazing card the other day. It absolutely blew my mind. It was an XY Evolutions Charizard, okay? But that Charizard had Hollow Bleed, okay? Not only did it have Hollow Bleed, but it was PSA 10 and it was off-center. So it was off-center with Hollow Bleed and a PSA 10. That card down the line is going to go for absolute mad money. It might be a one-of-a-kind because I've honestly only ever seen one PSA 10 that's hollow bled and off center. Now I know the XY Charizards, there's a lot of them graded. I think somewhere around 3,000-4,000 of them that have hit PSA 10 already. But there's only 25 that are off center. From that 25 that have got an off center count, okay, does that also mean that maybe what, there's one or two, maybe three if you're German? Or no, wait, this is 3 if you're German. This is 3 if you're not. This is 3 if you're not German. That was 2. I can't count. I'm not very good at this. But anyway, I live in Ireland. We learned to get to like a hen, a doe, a tree, a catter, a cooig, a shea, a shocked. You guys have no idea what I'm saying, but that's Irish for how to count. Alright? So, anyway, as I was saying, I'm getting confused in my own words. That off-center card is like amazing. To have 25 of them in PSA 10 off-center, but to know that there's probably like 1 or 2 of them that have also got the hollow bleed and you could have one of those cards, it's absolutely fantastic. You could pick a card like that up for probably a couple of €100 right now. 10 years down the line, who's to say where it could be? It could still be a couple of €100. It could be a couple of €1,000. It could be a couple of €100,000. Who knows? I don't. I'm just taking educated guesses. Maybe not so educated. Maybe just guesses. But anyway, it works, right? So guys, that's some ideas of cards I think we could start getting graded. Stop going out. Well, don't stop. By all means, if you guys want to go and grade these cards, go grade them. But if you're grading them for down the line in the future, you're not going to have a great return because there's going to be so many of them. Whereas you could start grading cards that other people aren't grading and you could have a much better return down at the end of the line. Because at the end of the day, guys, what makes prices go up or down is supply and demand. If demand is too high and there's little supply, prices go through the roof. That's right, through the roof. If there is too much supply and not enough demand, prices plummet all the way down to my nether regions. That's right. And if the weather's warm, that could be down a little bit lower than regularly. If the weather's cold, it might not be as down. But you guys know what I'm saying, right? Well, the guys do anyway. So that's pretty much it for this video. And I really hope that I was able to help everybody with what cards to get sent off the PSA, because I've been getting a lot of messages about it. People have been asking me, is this a good idea to get graded? Should I? Somebody asked me the other day, should I grade my Pikachu V? How much is that Pikachu V worth? That Pikachu V is worth €2 at the moment. Okay, is it really worth getting graded if it's worth €2? If you want to have it graded, yeah, by all means. It's probably going to be worth about 150, 200 if it gets a 10, okay? But if it gets a 7, it's probably worth more not graded, right? Like, that's just kind of the way it is. So I really hope that helped everybody. Oh, I forgot to say it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and obviously to be in our giveaway, make sure you comment down below, down there. That's right, that way. And for everybody who's watched my last video, I got new glasses. Yeah, don't I look awesome? I don't really know if they suit me as much as the old ones, but you guys can drop that down in the comments and let me know. I really hope everybody enjoyed the video. Just want to say thanks very much for watching, guys. I've got to 3,000 subscribers. I'm absolutely banging about that. Once we get the 4,000, we will be giving away an Elite Trainer box and a mystery box. Make sure you're commenting down below to be in that giveaway that's coming up. Every comment counts, and every comment's going to be thrown into the giveaway. So the more comments you make, the more chances you have. The more videos you're commenting on, the more chances you have. Like, why not, right? Guys, thank you. I will see you all later. I really hope I helped some of you guys out with what cards you should be grading and what will be a good idea for the future. Supply and demand, dudes. Also, don't forget to check the PSA website and check population of cards before you go get a card graded. Because if the population's too high and you're planning on keeping that card for 10 years, you will then know whether it's a waste of your time or not. Bye! Love yous all. Thank you, my big pop family. Thanks for getting me to 3,000 subscribers. Yeah, here. You guys can check my butt out. Yeah, that's right. That was your gift for getting me to 3,000. See yous, guys.